Yo, welcome back to another episode of More to the Story. I'm to hear more. Fern is not here, so I have to fight her for who's first to say who. I am to hear more. This is More to the Story. We have a special guest, Mr. Marcus Ain't on the Gram Tanksley.
What's happening?
AKA Tank.
Yes, all up in the building, y'all.
Frank the Tank is here. He smells wonderful too, guys.
Thank you, man. I just,
Yeah.
I missed it in the air and walked through it. I was, like I said, I was stressed out dealing with school.
Yes.
You hit me up. I'm like, hey, let's do it. I'm on my way.
Well, I'm glad
Get
that you're
the
here.
smell of breakfast off of me. I had to cook for the kid. Actually,
Listen.
I fixed them both of cereal.
Hey, man, listen. That's still doing something. That's still doing something. I ain't, like,
Man.
Fern is gone. The kid is gone. I've been at the house
Oh,
just trying to...
you solo.
I am, but I've been staying busy because of all the craziness that's going on in the last couple of weeks. I've been I keep working, so I don't have
to.
I don't want to think about it right
you
now.
don't want to sit in nothing like that.
Man, I've been getting
It
like
ain't
3 or
healthy.
4 hours of sleep. I'll wake up and I can't get back to sleep, so I'll just start working on something. So I got like 3 new show ideas. I done wrote them out. I got a pitch for Tullamore Dew. If they pass on, I got a pitch for this other whiskey company to fund my tour. I will not sit still.
All right, so the car show ain't happening. That's cool.
I want to do the car show.
That's cool. No,
I showed you.
mess with you.
I showed Tank this car I want to get. It's an old school. It's nice too.
It's clean.
It's a 442.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, it's clean.
You got to
Tank-
negotiate that though.
He was like, I just don't see when it's ever gonna be that
Because as much as I love cars,
Yeah.
I'm not for overpaying for nothing.
Mhm.
If you out here just throwing money down the street and down the drain,
No.
I'm like, you know what, do you?
No.
But I ain't gonna let nobody as much as I love a car, I'm like, nah, you need to bring your price down.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna try. Like I told you, I was gonna try to negotiate with him, toss something up, and then also offer up this other car. Like, hey, I also have this if you were willing to, do
And
a
at one
swap
place
trade.
I sent you, they'll buy
Yeah.
it. They'll buy
I was wondering about that.
Now they
but-
will. They'll just buy from you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna send them. I'm just doing a live thing because I keep going back to the website to see if they've updated it, and they get 1 or 2 cars in every week. But I'm just waiting on either the right Chevelle, the right Cutlass.
They had 3 Chevelles up there.
I know,
And
but
all of
they
them
was
out of my league. I'm like, you know
yeah. One of them was
I mean,
24. I
and
like the gold and black one. It's still up there with the
Hold on.
rally stripes.
Boy, how many of your people are car people? Because we could talk about this all day. They be
Oh,
like, man, don't have
I
that
don't
whole
think-
ass boy on there no more. This
I
was a
don't,
boring
I don't,
episode.
I don't know how many people are into the cars on this episode because it's really Fern. I let Fern take. I want this
okay.
to be her show, and I keep telling her, I was like, "Yo, you got to build the right team around you." She was like, "You just trying to get out of
Eric
doing the
Graven.
show."
You-
I'm like, I'm trying to encourage you and push you to greatness.
Yeah, I'm
I
glad
will
you,
always be here, but you
Yeah.
need to find 2 good co-hosts that you can do it with. So when I'm not here, the show
Absolutely.
still is.
yeah.
People
I'm glad
still tap in.
I'm glad you said she wasn't here. Fern make me nervous. People don't know. People don't have the relationship with Fern that I have. I'm gonna keep it 100%. It'll be like 15 of us. She'll walk up, everybody hug everybody, say hello. Everybody think Fern's is like quiet, sweet, funny little person. She'll hug everybody. She'll skip past me. I'll turn my back to her. She'll give me 2 shots. Pop, pop.
To the kidney.
Right to the kidney.
Yep.
Be like,
What's up,
stay on
Tank?
your toes, bitch.
Yep. That's her. I tell people all the time in my set that she's a psychopath, and people think I'm
Yeah.
kidding. Y'all think I'm kidding. Farron is not right upstairs.
Dude.
And
When
I
people
would-
around me, they're like, what's wrong with you? Like, she makes me nervous.
Yo,
okay?
people are like, why are you still with her then? I'm afraid to leave.
I'm afraid for him to leave. You better
Yeah.
not leave
She
her.
know my socials. She know my I can't go anywhere. I would have to pick a day where she's completely busy, withdraw all my funds, and just fall off the face of the earth.
I'm gonna trust Cam right now. Ain't even vodka.
Okay. All right. So Tank is here, and we figured we would do something for the fellas, and also hopefully it's helpful for the ladies too. So we want to do a 2-part series of what I wish I knew before I got married, and what I've learned since being married. So the first part is going to be what I wish I knew before I got married, and we're going to kick it off with that.
Absolutely.
So I think this could be very helpful for the fellas. Definitely listen up, take advice, take notes. I'm going to be all the way real with you. She ain't here to tell me, don't tell them that. I'm telling every
Yeah.
fucking
Fellas,
thing.
listen up, because people don't talk. They didn't talk about this back when we got
They
married.
did not. You find your old lady and you be good.
Yeah, you be good.
The fuck does that mean? What
Yeah.
what does be good mean?
Hey, you see, you gonna be
You
good.
see,
yeah.
you see.
You
So we
got that? Or hey, boy, don't get married.
Yes.
Don't get married.
Yes.
Listen to me. Don't get. What's wrong with you, man?
What's wrong? Why you hate
Like,
love?
You married to my aunt. Why are you saying that?
You married to Aunt Jean. What are you doing?
I actually have an Aunt Jean.
Yeah, my mama named Jean.
Oh, really?
I told you my mama's a junior.
You did.
Emma Jean McCombs, and my grandma was Emma Jean McCombs.
Dope.
Yeah.
Amar, if he was a girl, he was gonna be Angel.
Really?
Yeah.
It was gonna be the whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
Middle name and everything?
No. He was gonna be Angel because all our middle names is Anthony, all the boys. So he's gonna be Angel Anthony.
Oh,
but
snap! All the boys' name is Anthony?
Yeah, because my dad's middle name is Anthony.
Yeah.
My brother, my nephew.
You were what? Are you the what? Second, third?
What?
Oh, your brother got the junior?
No, my brother got the junior.
Okay.
Or the second. No, he's junior.
Okay.
My son is the second.
Okay.
After me, and then Amar, the twins, they have Anthony in their name, but Amar's name is Amar Anthony.
You a good father. You and Kev are really good
Amar's
fathers.
name is Amar Angel Anthony. We gave him
so he
the
got
middle
his
name.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just threw that in
Thank
there.
you, man. Appreciate that.
I'll be amazed. Like I'll be looking at y'all, I'll be looking at the kid. I'm like, I should do more. Then she'll say something. I'm like, man, fuck her.
Hey, you done good, man. She's grown.
No, she's good. She's grown.
That's what I say.
That girl is
That's your
like
baby right there, man.
she is self-sufficient. Like she can
She
do.
seems like it. I've been around a couple times. There's a couple times I've been over to his crib, and we'll be out there cackling, laughing. She'll peek out like, "Hey, don't make me come out here again.
Bring it down, just
Bring
a
it
little bit."
down."
This is how grown she is. They invited her. Melissa invited the kid to Isaiah's birthday party, and she declined respectfully because she said, "I would love to come, but the way my social anxiety is set up, I'm not good in big numbers."
Hey,
This is a 15-year-old.
that's emotionally intelligent to say the least.
Yes.
'Cause
Instead of
basically
just
that's saying,
going
look,
and being,
I don't really mess with people like that.
yeah,
Because that's what I say now. You know, I don't like people like that.
yeah, you don't. Tank really
don't.
does not.
I
For
don't
those
like
that
people,
don't know,
man.
I met Tank before I met Angel.
Yeah.
Didn't even realize Angel was Angel at the time. I didn't realize Angel was doing comedy. She had been doing comedy at Flappers for probably
like-
3 years at that time.
At that time, yeah, it's about 3-4 years.
So I didn't even realize, because I met him through one of my good friends, Gabe, who worked at CarMax. That's when I first met him.
I met him at CarMax too.
That's where you met him too?
I met him at CarMax and saw him like, I don't know, it was probably 6 months, maybe a year later in the mall.
That's funny.
Let me just real quick. I don't want to get off subject.
Nah,
So
go.
we shot me, Angel, our friend Wenda, who passed away, a bunch of other people, Brescia Webb.
Mhm.
We shot this spoof called Heckle or Hell. So it's basically about who can in the church can heckle the preacher the best. You know how to be like,
that's
praise
so
God.
good.
You know the
Yeah.
preacher's trying to preach. We might have to reshoot it.
Yes.
Preachers trying to preach, and people like, hey, so it was like a competition. I was the host, but I was like a sleazy like host pastor or whatever, right? So my beard wasn't this thick, but I shaved the middle off, so I just had big sideburns, and that's how I met Gabe, right? I went and test drove a GMC Sierra Southern Comfort.
Yeah.
It was like a 2000, I think 11 or 12 or something, but
Yeah.
it was a Southern Comfort. And I was like, I gotta
That's
get
nice,
this truck.
yeah.
And then the numbers wasn't right. I was like, I ain't gonna do it. So I was like, hey man, nice to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
About a year later, I'm in the mall, just randomly shopping, and this woman walks up to me. I was at work at the time. I worked at a place I had wore like blue polos.
Yeah.
And Carmine's wear blue polos,
Yes.
right? So I'm sitting there, I'm looking through these clothes, and this woman's like, excuse me, could one of you gentlemen help me? I'm like, I don't work here. And then he says, no, I don't work here. And we look up, and we both got on blue polos. We look, I was like, man, you look familiar. I was like, CarMax. He said, Sierra Southern Comfort. I was like, what's
Damn, he remembered the car?
up? Literally, we was having Angel's birthday party that
Yeah.
next, like in 2 weeks. I said, we was sitting there talking, chit-chatting. He was like, oh, me and my wife. I'm like, oh, you married? Yeah, we sat there and talked. I said, man, come to my wife's birthday party.
Was that wasn't the roller rink one, right?
No. This was
That was before. Okay.
This way, but it's like a field day when or something, I think.
That's
But
funny.
yeah, and from then we've been like brothers ever since,
Yeah,
man.
that's cool. So I met
He said
Tank.
you grew your facial hair back out.
Marcus walking around with
Because
shots.
he said I saw it, and he's like, I was wondering, like, is that what they doing in Kentucky outright?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So Marcus was married. Gabe is married.
Yeah.
Our other homie Aline was married. We met all these guys, just good brothers, man. I remember one time they came to one of my shows at the Comedy Union. And it makes sense that they did that show because when they came to the show at the Comedy Union, all they did was heckle me.
The whole time.
They didn't boo. They was just like, oh.
No, I remember what happened. It was this girl. She was talking. She was basically heckling to here.
Mm-hmm.
And he was actually handling it real well because first I was like, man, why don't she shut up?
Right.
And then he was just answering her questions. But then I remember Tahir had roasted me like for 5 hours the day before, maybe the weekend before. So
I don't recall.
so as she's asking him questions every time, it didn't matter what she said. We were just like, ooh, ooh, like that, right? So she could be like, so what suit size you wear? Ooh, he was just like, man, for y'all that don't know, these assholes in the back, and we actually
Right.
rolled with him at night.
Yes, they did ride with me, and the security guard. They kept doing it so much. The security guard came in. I think somebody went to go tell the security guard that they kept doing it. And so he came in, he walked in, moseyed in. I was like, "Yo, we bro, they good. They're my niggas. They just assholes,
Yeah,
bro.
we the wrong ones. You don't want
You did not.
We
He didn't know what he was walking in.
Yeah.
It was just 3 of them, but those 3 can handle 10 easily. And Lean can handle 9
he
by
handle
himself.
8 or 9.
Oh,
Me and
my
Gabe
God.
gonna jump the other 2. Other one. Like, you get there, we gonna get this one over here. Oh, he running off. We gonna go drag him back. Don't worry about
it. So when I realized that Tank was married to Angel, I'm like, oh, this is so dope. So it was just a great connection of good people, man.
Hey friends. Support for More to the Story is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming champions of the world. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched their 4th generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right? 4.0. Join over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code STORY at manscaped.com. Like, don't miss out. I tried the 4.0 and I am blown away. Like, it doesn't pinch. It's a nice smooth shave. Like, I know it's for mans, but I wanted to try it, and so now it's mine. Also, this upgraded trimmer includes a multi-function on-off switch that can engage a travel lock. What? So you won't kill your battery while you're traveling. It also gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. Like, they're like, what are all the best things? Let's put it into the 4.0. And did I mention wireless charging? Like, you don't have to like be standing there with the cord or something crazy. The new wireless charging system uses electromagnetic induction, which can help battery length last longer. So, like, again, they were like, what's all the best things? Let's put it into 4.0. Like, mission accomplished. So get your 20% off and free shipping with the code STORY at manscaped.com. Do not miss out. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code STORY, STORY, at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Your balls will thank you.
Now let's talk about marriage,
Absolutely.
man. You've been married for how long?
We've been married 14 years.
14 years.
Together for, I've been saying 16, but she correct me, it's 17.
Been together for 17,
Yeah.
married for 14.
Yeah.
If you could go back 14 years prior to, or 15, when you propose, you know this is going to be the one, what would you tell your younger self?
I would tell my younger self to be more flexible and be ready to adjust yourself, your personality. You can't be rigid when you're in a relationship. Who you're dating will be the same person you marry. The ring don't change yet. The only thing that changes over time is each other.
Yes.
I'm not the same person Angel married. Angel ain't the same person. I'm not the same person she married. She's the same person I married. If you don't change over the course of 5-10 years, something's wrong with you.
I think it's like technology.
Absolutely.
It's like, you remember
adjust.
when Blackberry was leading the technology game when it came to cell phones.
Blackberry
they had the
is
side
the reason
scroll.
I still have a Samsung now
Yeah.
because I refuse to learn Apple. I've tried twice.
Then that's the crazy thing. And he has an iPhone.
I have
Tank
an
has an
iPhone.
iPhone and a Samsung, but he only texts me from the Samsung.
Yeah.
He texted me one time from the iPhone, was like, this is punk ass iPhone. Go ahead and say this shit. If you do, I don't care. If you don't, I don't care. So I just always text him green bubble shit. So I feel it's the same way in technology. Like the Blackberry was leading. It's RIM Industries, RIM technology. Had the side scroll and all of that. Then they went to the Pearl, and I was like, all right, cool. Then Apple dropped the touchscreen, even though the Palm Pilot was touchscreen before.
Palm Trio, I love that.
Yeah,
phone.
and you had the stylus, and then it had the buttons at that was super dope. But iPhone dropped complete touchscreen, and Blackberry was resistant. That second version of iPhone came out, Blackberry still was resistant.
They never updated their screen and how it looked.
Nothing. And then they finally came out with a touchscreen one. I think maybe around the time iPhone had the Model 3 or 4 out, but it was too late.
It was too late.
Nobody was talking about them like that.
Absolutely. And what's crazy is, it's a good analogy, because like the Blackberry, even though it didn't change, it was still the best at what it did.
Yeah.
Did nothing else communicate as quick as if you had a Blackberry, if you was BBM somebody, it was instant. You could hit it. They could be in Tokyo. They would get that message instantly. No glitching or anything. So it did what it did well. However,
that resistance to change.
That resistance to change just it fell off.
And then iPhones got iMessages. So if you're on a good server or you're on Wi-Fi, it's basically BBM.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the world, you can get that. Absolutely. And they took what they were doing, did it better, because they were so resistant to change, and now nobody's talking about Blackberries.
No.
You only talk about Apple or Samsung.
What's crazy is Apple literally let Samsung come out with everything first. They perfect it and then come out with it like a year or two later. Because every time people celebrating something from iPhone, I'm like, my phone been doing that, but Apple's doing it better now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's
I wish Ford did that. I wish they had watched everything that Tesla did and then came out with a good electric vehicle, because I'm so fucking upset. Monday.
Oh,
I told you part of it. For those that don't know, and then we're going to get back on topic. Those that don't know, I fly back to LA on Monday after having an hour and a half of sleep, because I didn't want to risk another hour and missing call time. Couldn't sleep on a plane. We land around 9 o'clock, get car service back to Kev's house, get in my car, go to the other office to do inventory, do the inventory, go out to the car. I use my phone as the key. Normally I just walk up to the car. The phone registers, like it says hi to the car. Be like, hey, what's up, car? The car be like, hey, I'm gonna unlock these doors for you. Go to the back of it. I try to kick under the. Yep, that's what they say. I kick under the bumper, which usually lifts the tailgate. Nothing happens. I was like, okay. Sometimes I do have to wake the phone up, so hit the screen, boom, wakes up, try it again, nothing. Okay, maybe I have to launch the whole thing. So I go inside the app, try to launch it. Ford comes up to open the screen, and then it dies. It keeps doing that. It keeps crashing. I had just updated the phone because it said they had an update for the Apple Watch. And when I saw it was the Apple Watch, I tried to cancel it, but it was too late. So I was like, I ain't using the Apple Watch. I shouldn't have did the update. Whatever. Maybe it was an update. Maybe it was just the app. Whatever it was corrupted. I tried relaunching it. I tried turning off the phone. I tried doing a hard reset. Did all of that for 30 minutes. And then finally I said, fuck it. I deleted the app. Right? So I delete the app. I had to re-download it, put my email address in. Doesn't recognize the email address. Now it's not
authenticity.
Yeah, it's not recognizing the phone. It's not authentic as a key. So I call the dealership. I call the dealership I buy it from. I call Ford Roadside Assistance. I call Ford headquarters. That's one has a back door to this.
That's a lot.
Because without the phone being recognized as a key, authenticate. That's what authenticate. Yeah, whatever. Without the phone being recognized as a key, you have to use a fob. When you buy the car, they only give you one fob because they want you to use your phone as a key. Now, here's the fucked up of the fucked up. It's already fucked up, but let's go a deeper level.
So the fuck up took a shit, and that's the fuck up we getting to.
Oh, right here. Now let me tell you about this shit. My car is underground, so they can't even tow it. Right? They can't tow it. The roadside system was going to send somebody out, but they was like, yeah, what's the clearance? I was like, it's 6'6". It's 6 feet, 6 inches. You're not going to get a tow truck in here, not the flatbed. And unless you have one of the old ones,
right?
And even that might be too tall. Yes. So it was like, okay, well, we'll send somebody out to unlock it. I don't think you can. My car doesn't have door handles.
Right.
There are no door handles. There are no locks when you plug. You can't get in this vehicle. They was like, well, if you look in the front of the bumper, there's like a little thing for the tow hitch. You pop this little thing out. There's some wires in there. They can jump start it from there and hopefully reset it and pop the doors open. I was like, but will it affect the vehicle? They was like, we can't guarantee anything. Well, nigga, no.
And then it's your fault. Now
Then it's
something
my
you
fault. I done voided warranty
Yeah.
or some shit. So no. Here's the thing. I can't unlock the car. My house keys are inside of the vehicle. Fern and the kid are gone.
That's usually the safe way to do it. You lock your keys in the car, go on, do what you got to do, come back, unlock it, you good.
They're gone. My house keys are in the car. And the leasing company is closed on Monday.
That's awful.
Maintenance is probably there, but they are not authorized to unlock anybody's door.
Without the, you know what?
So I can't get home. I could catch an Uber home, but I wouldn't be able to get inside my house to go get the fob, to start the car up, to get the house keys, to go back.
You can't break in.
I was not about to bust one of my windows.
You broke
Oh,
in.
in my house?
Yeah.
No, you know how my house is set up?
Yeah,
It's a townhouse, so
that's right, that's
I'm
right.
not even
I
on
was
the
gonna
first
say, I
level.
know you done broken houses before.
But we also lock everything. I have definitely broken houses, but we lock everything.
Why did you?
Because I know how I broke in houses, so I was like, I'm not finna
I ain't
let
gonna do
nobody.
that to my locks.
Yeah, I'm not finna fuck that up. So this is all Friday. This happens for 4.5 hours before I delete the app again, re-download it, and realize I entered the wrong email address. So I entered the right email address, recognizes the phone as a key somewhat. I can unlock the doors now, unlock the doors, roll down the windows, do a remote start, but I can't start the vehicle to drive. So all I can do is just get the keys, catch a car, go home, wait till traffic dies down, catch another Uber back up, go get the vehicle.
That's ridiculous.
This was an all-day thing.
You know what?
I missed Squadcast. I missed Damn Internet You're Scary. I missed Lunchtime Lottery. And I did not get any sleep until maybe like 12. Because I had so much shit I had to do after getting in the car and stuff.
Man,
I went to sleep about 12 and I was back up because I had to film 3 episodes of Wording Is Hard yesterday.
that's frustrating. This is why, literally, right now, that's why I drive a pickup truck. Now, I'm going to tell you what. I had an Audi A6 4.2 Quattro. Love that car. Before that, I had another A6. It was a 3.0. That one was older, so I got the updated model. I had that car for, I think, 2.5, 3 years, something like that. And every time something went wrong, it could be simple stuff, it would cost me a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
So what what drove the
Nail in the coffin?
yeah, that one is I had a tail light that went out. I had a mechanic first of all, I finally found a mechanic that would work on it that I would just go to.
Yeah.
And because I found him at an Audi dealership in Santa Monica, actually, because they wanted to charge me like, what was it? I think it was like $400 for an oil change. I said, to change the oil? No, give me my key back. So I drove around back I said, does anybody live in the valley? One dude was like, I do. I said, do you work on cars on the side? Yeah. Give me a name and number. He worked on that car for the whole time I had it, but I had a tail light that went out.
Yeah.
It's not just a bulb, it's a whole cartridge.
Yeah.
I was like, come on. So I told him about it. He said, I said, if you get one salvage or something, just let me know. I'll buy it from you. So about 2 months went by. He hit me up. He was like, hey, I got one. Just bring me $50. I gave him $100 because that thing was going to cost me $700 and some dollars. I said, you know what? I'm done with the technology.
Yep.
Traded in the Audi.
Yeah.
Got me a Silverado.
And that's
Been
why I
driving
love
it
the
ever
old
since.
schools. I love the old schools because they're so easy to fix.
Man, that truck, I ain't did nothing but change oil and brakes. That's all. And it keeps on going.
Ford is trash. And I've been thinking about how I want to make this video. I want to make it like a new car video, but just shitting on them so incredibly bad. I mean, talking about with drone shots and everything. Like, if you want to throw $65,000 down the drain, get you a new Ford Mach-E. This vehicle is guaranteed to let you down when you
Why
need
you
it
get
most.
a brand new from Chevy or something?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Locked out of
I'ma
my
let you
vehicle.
know,
Don't nobody have a back door? Orange store can't unlock my car?
The truck I bought, Angel, that Expedition, it's been in the shop 2 times for over a month. Over stuff that I'm like, really, Ford?
Listen, they
Really?
promised over-the-air updates like Tesla does.
Uh-huh.
Tesla updates at night. You see the lights look like they thinking. They be like,
exactly
and that's how
what they
you know it's updating.
Maybe it's having a seizure.
Yes, that's what Ford promised. That's one of the reasons I got it. That and like the $7,500 rebate next year on my taxes. I was like, I need that. But over the air update, so I don't have to go into a dealership to get this update. I've had 3 updates on the vehicle. All of them required me taking them in, and all of them were supposed to be a couple hours. All of them required me leaving the vehicle for 2 to 3 days. The last time, the first 2 times they gave me cars, the last time they offered me a $15 Uber.
Wow.
I live in Glendale.
Wow.
One of my offices is in Encino. The other one is in San Fernando Valley. I don't know if you guys probably don't know that area, but it's not $15.
Everything is an hour in California.
It wouldn't be $15 is what I'm trying to say. And so I'm like, are you fucking serious? Luckily, I had other cars to choose from, but it's like, what if I didn't?
Right.
Fuck Ford.
Hey, I've been there for Ford.
I should have waited. I should have waited till they came out with the second, third version.
You know the rules, man.
Always with technology, you always wait till the second or third.
Second, third. At least.
I want it to be first though, Marcus.
I know.
I've never seen another.
Car is loud.
You've never seen that color.
I ain't talking about hearing it. I'm talking about seeing it. I still haven't seen that color.
You never seen another color? It's a premier one. You have to order that one. It's a special order
and
piece.
The ones that I do see, I don't even know it's a mock. And I pay attention to cars. I don't even know it's a mock because they blend in with traffic so well.
But this one,
that one,
I can never hide. I can never say, no, that wasn't me. I wasn't there.
Yeah, that was you.
You're the only one in the city. It's one in Kev's neighborhood, but it's like burgundy, and you just be like, this is the only one that popped. And I wanted the black one, but Fern's like, do something different. So I got this color, and now
he said different. Hold my beer.
I'll do some extravagance. Okay.
All right.
Back to the topic.
Yeah.
You would tell yourself not to be rigid.
Yeah, I tell myself not to be rigid, be ready to adjust. And as much as they say, it sounds cliche at this point, but communication. Communication. You can't say it quick. Men don't communicate.
Many times enough. You never can say it enough.
Men do not communicate. We're not good at communicating in general. I ain't going to say all because I know people going to be like, first of all, my daddy, my brother, me. In general, men are not good at expressing feelings and communicating.
Or clear communication.
Or clear. You have to make sure you...
express what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Just today.
Or admit that you don't know how to express. Because that was my biggest thing. I'd be like, I don't know how to say. Like a lot of times she would put thoughts in my head, but she's just trying to figure out. She's not putting it there. It's like, this is the problem. She's like, is it this? Is it that? But I would always interpret it as, why are you trying to say what I'm saying? But it's because I'm not clearly saying it. You just trying to figure it out. Because women are born with that for some reason. I wasn't.
They are just, and it's not to seem any type of way. I heard this on the end of a track. I think it might have been on Fonte's album, his solo album. He said, it was somebody that was talking. He was like, men love to live and women live to love.
That's a fact.
They are born to nurture. It explains why they're such good caregivers. Because when you're a little girl, they give you a baby doll. They tell you to take care of your baby doll, make sure your baby doll is clean, don't lose your baby doll, do your baby doll hair. And they are brought up to be nurturers. They are brought up to tell them what's going on. And that's just not with the baby dolls, I mean, everything. You go over somebody's house, you ask your baby girl, everything was okay over there? Nobody tried to take you to no room, nothing, all of that type of stuff. They're encouraged to talk. Whereas as boys, we're given bikes and fire trucks, and if we fall, we're told not to cry. Get up. You're a big boy. You're okay. Nothing wrong with you. We're not encouraged to be forthcoming with our feelings, with our emotions. It's often shunned. If you was like, man, that girl broke my heart. Oh, you soft ass nigga.
That's
you
what
let her
do. You know what's crazy is being warped, like our generation from being warped from generations and generations of doing that. Now, like my boys following, like, cry. What's wrong? Does it hurt?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and cry. It's cool. You need to sit down. Get them feelings out. I'm not going to let them harp on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you okay now? All right, go ahead and finish playing.
Absolutely.
But I make sure that's one thing that
they have that safe space to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, because they'll just come at me crying, what's wrong? Because, hey, man up. Man, ain't no man up.
Yeah.
Like, men cry. I cry. It's like, what's wrong? Now, if it's something silly, why are you crying about this? He'll come to me. I'm like, what did he hit you? Did he punch you?
Yeah.
Are you bleeding? Does it hurt? No. So why are you crying?
Make them talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but give them the safe space to do it in.
Exactly.
Now, you ain't just tell them, shut up, you all right.
Yeah.
Like, that's, it just, it doesn't.
That's what I was.
But I went through that.
Yeah, I went through that too. Rub
So
some dirt on it.
It made me rub some dirt on
You
it.
finally hurt yourself. Rub some dirt on it.
I need to talk to your people. I need to talk to your elders. They tell you to just rub
That's
some
my
dirt.
cousins and my brother.
Oh, my God.
Rub some dirt on you.
They
Bleeding.
treated you like a dog. Go eat some grass.
You gotta clot that blood up so you don't bleed out. Rub some dirt on it, man. You want that to
Clot that dirt
Yeah,
out.
you gotta let it coagulate. You know, put some dirt on that. Get that good brown soil over there.
This is what happens when your wife did 3 seasons of ER. This is how that goes. This is how that. But that is one reason I feel like women are, and that might not be the only one, but I definitely feel like that definitely is attributed to why they're better communicators. Yeah. And even today, like, I had the idea last night, but it was late when it came to me to Fern is at home dealing with some personal family things, and the kids with her, and we still have to do this episode. And we have been trying to do it at home on our own with the cameras. But the first time didn't have sound. The second time didn't have sound. The episode that we eventually put up, I clicked gallery view, but for some reason it still stayed on speaker view. And I don't know if that was because it was on an iPad or what.
Probably.
But it was just so much stuff going wrong. I was like, okay, she's dealing with this. She still has to work. She's at home with the family. You know, they're going through something. Let me go ahead and just grab the bull by the horns, and I'll just knock out 2 episodes so she doesn't have to worry about that. But I didn't communicate that with her. I sent her a voice memo, and I was like, yo, I got Tank coming to the studio. We're just going to knock out 2 episodes so you ain't got to worry about it. She calls me immediately. She's like, what the fuck going on? I was like, what you mean? She was like, I was giving you a space because you seemed short yesterday, and I wasn't taking it personal because I know we both going through something. And, you know, I let you live. But today, you sent me this through a voice memo instead of calling me. And then you knew I was prepared to do this episode. And you tell me now that Tank's going to do it. Now I feel attacked. So square up or tell me what the fuck going on. And I was just like, you're right. Yeah. I did not communicate that properly. Right. I should have called. I was trying to do this to lighten your load. I figured if I knocked out these 2 episodes, when you got back, you wouldn't have to immediately hit the ground running to worry about the next episode. And I was just trying to be your piece. But I didn't communicate
you didn't say that.
The way it came off, it was like, girl, fuck you. I'll take care of this shit. I'm going to get it done. And that wasn't the intention.
Now she mad at me. God dang it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, no. She good with you. It was me. It was
I was going to say, she never good with me.
And I apologize and everything, but it was really about, my intentions were good. The communication and follow through could have been better.
All right. So I don't want no text like, first of all, punk ass boy.
You might still get that.
I'll probably get it anyway.
You still might get that. But it's crazy how we think that we're doing the right thing, but because we didn't communicate our intentions or our plans or our reasoning for doing the right thing, they took it, or sometimes they take it as 1, moving without them, 2, cutting them out, 3, just not thinking of them. And it was like, I was doing this to help you, to like lighten the load.
But it was still good to communicate that. Yeah. It's still a form of communication. Even like me and Angel's podcast, this is going to cause an argument. People don't realize it's actually healthy to get to disagree. Because it's like, if you don't disagree, if you don't communicate that disagreement on little stuff, what's going to happen when something big going on? You know, we always
you've been suppressing the little stuff.
Yeah, exactly. She didn't say nothing, and now it's just building up.
Yep.
And when is it going to get released? Because it's going to get released.
Yes, it is.
One way or another, whether it's through her health or at you or at something small. It's like you playing spades and you reneged. It's like all of a sudden she blowing up, flipping the table. Hold on, why you mad? Well, back when you did this, it's like, hold up. But we always get them people. It's like, oh, we've been married. My parents been married for 40 years. I've been married for 60 years. We never argue. That means one of y'all lying.
One of y'all lying or somebody got another family.
Yeah. It's like,
if you ain't never arguing, that means you don't give a fuck about what's going on in that house. Your real family is 3 blocks down.
Yeah.
It's like 3 blocks around the corner.
It's only natural to disagree on something and you talk about it.
Absolutely.
If you're talking about it, maybe emotions are running a little high. You ain't got to be necessarily arguing. Like me and Angel have literally gotten into arguments in the middle of our podcast, but our arguments ain't yelling.
Yeah.
It's what about this? What about that? It's like, all right, y'all, we got through it. People, hey, man, that was uncomfortable.
It was a discussion.
Hey, it happens.
Yeah, it definitely does. And that's one thing that I would go back and tell myself. Disagreements will happen. Don't run from it. Because for the longest time, and this is from trauma growing up, I would see my mom and my stepdad get into it, and it always ended in blows. He would always put his hands on her. And that was my life for years. And then when I tried to intervene one time, he beat the dog shit out of me. Now, it was for the best because that was the catalyst. That was a push my mom need for her to get herself up and go.
Yeah, like
Because I would be mad at my uncles, like, why the fuck y'all ain't protecting my mom, y'all sister? And they'd be like, she gonna go right back, bro.
Wow. So
We didn't went over there. We didn't,
know.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We went up to his job and all of that, and I didn't know at the time. But when he put his hands on me, that was the push that she needed to get us away from her, get away from him. But because of that, and seeing that for so many years, and getting hit when I tried to intervene, when me and Fern would disagree. And if she got not emotional, but passionate and raised her voice, I would shut down.
Yeah.
I would just get quiet and I'd be like, all right, you got it. And I would just look at her.
You don't want that environment.
I don't want that environment. I don't want that smoke. And I instantly connected raising voices with the next thing being something physical. So I would get quiet to try to calm the situation or I would leave. And I didn't express that to her until years later why I did that. She just thought I wouldn't fight for her. So for years, she thought that I didn't care enough to fight because I wouldn't engage in that conversation.
And I love you more than you love me.
Yes.
Like, what is
she was like, if me and Kendra walked away right now, you wouldn't even try to stop us. I was like, absolutely I would. I would throw the keys on the roof. You wouldn't fucking go anywhere. I'd throw the keys and your phone. Now you can't call an Uber. But she didn't know that the trauma from my past.
Get past it's petty to leave me.
Yeah. Oh, you gonna be walking. You ain't gonna walk too far with the bags.
All your shoes going in the garbage disposal.
Oh, you better take everything with you now. If you leave anything, I'm selling it. I'm putting that shit on Poshmark immediately. But I didn't express that. I didn't communicate that with her because in my mind, a disagreement automatically led to an argument, automatically led to a fight. And I just didn't never want to argue with her. So, but I had to learn how to communicate better. And from that, it really helped so many areas of our lives. Not just like in our marriage, but also like with the businesses that we want to do. With me wanting to do more with touring and acting and budgeting, everything, like even budgeting. Because the top 3 reasons marriages fail is what they say. Finances, sex, and communication. And good communication helped these other 2 so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So much. There was a stint when Fern and I were not physical. And this was why you'd be like, shut up, don't tell people this. But they need to know because niggas need to know. You get in a routine and you do that routine. And when something changes, like you have a longer day or something like that, you're tired. And I was tired. I was tired, and we weren't having sex regularly, and we would go to shows, and the comics would be like, my old lady won't give me none. And I'm like, nigga, shut up. Because it's the exact opposite for me.
Yeah.
She wanted it. I didn't. I was tired. And it became a routine, and that became a sore spot for us. And this is the first time this is the first time I'm actually talking about this because there was no outlet for me to talk to guys that were going through this. It's always the other way around. It's always the woman that wants the sex. Doesn't want the sex, and the guy that wants all of it. But it was me. I was tired. I was exhausted. I was frustrated with life. I was feeling like I wasn't going anywhere. And all of those things were affecting my confidence. It was affecting my morale. It was affecting my sexual drive. All of that type of shit. And I had no one to talk to.
Yeah.
And because of that, I spiraled out of control with it.
Yeah, even your closest fellas, a lot of times, fellas don't feel like they could go, hey, man, I'm having issues with this. Have you ever experienced this? You can't bring it up. First thing you think your boy's going to be like, oh, you can't get it up. What's wrong?
And it's not ED. Yeah. It's just I wasn't in the mood.
Right,
the dick still worked. You know what I'm saying? If I watch porn or something like that, I'm like, oh, okay, nigga, calm down, right?
Yeah.
But it was just, I was in a rut spiritually, mentally, affected my emotionally, and then it affected me physically. And I didn't feel sexy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, if I don't feel sexy, how can I satisfy her?
Right. Because like women, your mental has to be there.
Yeah.
In general, a lot of times, man, you can shoot me in the leg, like, I can get past this. But over a course of time, it's like, no, I have to be ready too mentally.
Yeah. And even emotionally, like even right now, we're dealing with a lot in our tribe, Marcus, all of them, but then separately, my household is dealing with a lot with Fern's family and everything. And then we got another layer of stuff that we're dealing with too. And so today, when I told her I did this to try to lighten her load, she was like, well, you need your load lightened too. No pun intended, no sexual innuendo intended. And She was like, when are you going to rest? It's like, I
Yeah.
appreciate you doing this for me, but I like what you just said. I'm like, all right, I got shot in the leg, but I can keep going.
Yeah.
And I know I can't. I
Right.
feel my
You
body.
tell yourself that. Yeah.
I've worked myself sick before, and right now I feel my body feeling like it's getting back to that place. So
Yeah.
next week I'm gonna take Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off. But I as a provider feel like I needed to do this for her, especially with what she's going through, her and her family going through. I just wanted to do that for her.
And what's crazy is something trying to help her and take that off her shoulders, even if something as thoughtful as that is not communicated, it could still come off as a bad thing.
And then it did.
And it did.
And it did. And we talked about it, so we smoothed it over, but it definitely had potential to get worse if I, hadn't been open to expressing why. Because she was like, I feel like this was personal. And so instead of going to the defense, like, it ain't personal, I'm just trying to do this. I was like, I'm sorry. Why do you feel like this was personal? Why do you feel like I was personally trying to attack you on this? And that opened up the lane for her to have the ability to express herself and then mean to retort. And,
those are healthy conversations, man. They really are. It's like when me and Angels hit like a bad patch or something, or we get, because I've always explained like marriage and a relationship as it's like a roller coaster. It's ups and downs.
All day long.
You're going to hit them peaks. You're going to hit them high points. You're going to hit those low points too. Not that you want to. They just happen as life. If you happy all the time, you're relying to something. I don't care how blessed you are, how blessed you feel. But that's one of those things where it's like when we in those valleys and going through something bad, that conversation and that communication makes us even stronger for the next time around.
Yeah.
It's like we've had conversations. This is like as bad as it is. Once we get past that, it's like, whew.
Yeah.
I had no idea you was going through that. I had, you didn't know I was going through that. My bad, I didn't communicate that. Now I know, and you grow from it.
Yeah, you can't have the hills without the valleys.
Yeah,
you really can't. It's the same way people say you can't appreciate the sun without the rain.
Right, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, the storm brings the flowers.
Yeah, so it's like you just find a way to navigate through those valleys, but. When you're going up
y'all
that
better
hill,
listen to these gems we got. These two married men over here, fellas. If y'all ain't listening, man,
I'm telling you, this is why this needed to be 2-part because we didn't even get to talk about the rest of the stuff that we would tell our old self. And we almost an hour in. But I'm telling you, man, I really would love to. I can't do it right, take it on right now, but I would love to help create or be a part of a safe space for men who are married or thinking about getting married, and to be able to ask those questions because we don't know. And even with my therapist, she was super helpful, but it would have been great coming from a male and a person of color.
Absolutely.
Because it's different. It's a different energy to walk around myself as a black man. Yeah. And I know it's a completely different energy for Marcus because he's 6'4".
6'4", some change.
6'4", some change. Bald, got a beard. And even though he's light-skinned, he's still a tall black man, bald with a beard.
Only black people see light skin.
Yeah.
White people, anybody else, they see you a black dude. You a tall black dude. Right, Cam?
Yeah.
That's what you mean. But no, for real, it's like, it's
that's the thing.
Yeah.
So, like, that's a whole nother level of stress that most people don't think about that we're carrying around every day.
On top of the normal stress.
Yeah. Traffic,
life.
family, bills, expenses adding up, all of that type of stuff. But then you also have to remember at the back of your mind, in the supermarket, let me not follow too close so they won't think I'm following them. Let me not walk with my hands in my pocket so I don't look suspicious. Yeah. Let me take my hood off before I go in this bank or this mall.
Let me jiggle my keys walking through the parking lot just so they know I'm here.
And also that I am going to my vehicle, not looking to break into other people's vehicles. These are the things that we have to walk throughout the world with every day. And it's not just in America. It's anywhere we go. It's any city we go. We were in Kentucky with their family, and I felt safest when we were with their family. But even at the hotel we were staying in, I was just like, I just feel like I can become missing out here and never be found. Yeah. Because it was so much open land, and open it just looks like an
unfamiliar place. But that's something that only black people be going through.
We don't,
the parking lot thing, it happened to me last week. I took my truck to get detailed, and they said it's going to take however long. So I was like, you know what? The mall is right here. Let me just walk over to the mall.
Yeah.
Found some things I liked. I'm like, cool. About an hour and a half later, I'm walking back out of the mall, back over to the detail place. as I'm walking, I didn't know she was in front of me. She probably in front of me for a minute, but she's walked through the parking lot, same path.
Mm-hmm.
I know she keeps like looking over her shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Then she goes into pay. I'm standing behind her in line. She's still looking over her shoulder, so I go in to pay. I already know at this point, like she thinking, this dude's following me, but I'm like, the hell with you, because if it wasn't me, I'm pretty sure she would look at the situation different.
Yeah.
So by the time I got my bags, got in the truck, and I saw her backing out, I purposely just cut her off and backed. I feel so good. It made me feel so much better about the situation. She had to slam on the brakes. Like, stop, looked at her through it, just so I could get in front of her, because what's she going to do if I'm behind her at the light?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah,
True.
I made her feel better at the end of the day, but you gonna slam on these brakes. Now you following me.
Now it's justified. Now you're over the looks, over the shoulder looks are justified. Yeah, because you don't know what the fuck I'm going to do.
You dropped something.
I hate that shit, man. I hate that shit so bad, but it's like, that's the reality we live in.
It really is.
And there ain't much we could do about that. You know, you could want it to change, but shit, we've been wanting to change for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
And here we are. So I say that to say that it doesn't just rain on one roof, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You might be going through something. Your partner might be going through something that he or she hasn't even explained everything like that. We all have our own loads. We're all bag ladies. We're all carrying a whole lot of stuff with us. The only thing that can lighten that load is good communication. So you know, or your partner knows your intentions. You know their intentions. And that's one thing that Fern and I also had to establish before we had a conversation is like, hey, I need to talk to you, but I also need you to know that these words aren't coming from a place of malice or from a place with the intentions to hurt you. This is something that I'm feeling and I just need to express it. And that made a big difference for me, even just hearing that. And it's something so simple, but when somebody comes at you with something that you may have done wrong and have you wronged them or hurt them, most people's automatic response is to go on the defense.
Right.
Well, I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings. I was just doing this. And with that, what it does is it minimizes their feelings so that you feel better about yourself. Mm-hmm. But that still doesn't negate the fact that you hurt them by your actions or your words.
Right.
All you're doing is defending yourself instead of listening. So a lot of times we aren't good active listeners in the sense of just absorbing what we're hearing, taking it, then processing before we spend. We are ready to just jump on it like, no, I didn't do that because of this. And that's something I definitely did. And I had to pull myself away from because it would have ruined my marriage.
Yeah.
It would have ruined my marriage.
It's been, on the same note, there's been times where, like, things have been going, let's say something's going sour or whatever between me and Angel, and she'd be like, well, what is it? I'm like, our big say, nothing, don't worry about it. But I'm like, but now that I've learned from that, it's like I tell her, I don't want it to come off this way. And I tell her exactly how I don't want it to come off, but I don't know any other way to say this.
Yes.
So if I tell her what's up, and as harsh as not as harsh as my words, but the words that I'm using may not be the best, she knows that ahead of time.
Yes.
Or whatever, because at this point, they just emotionally attached. She said, well, he could have said it this way, but that boy's stupid. He don't know no better.
I ain't no goddamn wordsmith.
Exactly. It was like,
now you give me a TV, I'm gonna hang that shit. You keep your words, I'm gonna do that. But when it comes to writing the fucking sonnet,
hey,
I ain't no motherfucking William Shakespeare.
Exactly. You just turn this into a play. Woman, I'm trying my best.
I was standing right here with you too.
No, but it's like it's a form of communication that I had to. It took me years to learn to do that.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
I don't want this to come off a certain way. That's why I haven't said nothing. But now I say I don't know how to express it, so let me wait before we have a conversation.
This is a good conversation, man. And we're at 45 minutes, and I want to end it. But I want to end it on the right note because I want fellas to come back and listen on this next episode. And ladies, I want you to come back and listen too because my hope is that it helps everybody.
Yeah.
Ladies, you understand more insight to how a guy thinks and why we think that way. And fellas, I want you to take away, it's okay to think that way, but it's better when you communicate why you are thinking that way so they understand where you're coming from. Because as much as women would like to be, they are not mind readers.
Yeah,
they are not. They think they are.
They have to be. So they have to try to be because we don't be talking.
We don't be talking. We don't be talking. So hopefully this helps you get to a place where you feel more comfortable expressing yourself. And honestly, if you're not with somebody that makes it comfortable for you to express yourself, that's something else you need to investigate.
You gotta think
Because
about.
everybody should want to know what they can do to make the relationship a success.
Mhm.
If they are not taking your input into consideration and how you feel into consideration, that's a whole nother story. One that
Absolutely.
we don't have time for on this episode or the next episode. That's just something you got to seek Jesus for. I'm not qualified to tell you to lead nobody. That's not what I'm here.
Go holler at your boy.
Oh yeah, go out. Or your Mima.
Yeah.
Like your Mima tells you, your Mima lick her finger and stick it in some vinegar and then touch him, and she be like, "Oh, he got the devil in him."
You got the devil. I told you when I first saw it.
When
boy,
I
walked through
first
that
saw
door. He walked through that door. I said, "Wait, sunlight hit him. It wasn't right." I told you to leave that boy.
All right, so listen, we're gonna get up out of here. This is part 1. Come back next week, check out part 2. We maybe be able to finish what we wanted to talk to, what we would tell ourselves before marriage, and then we want to get into being married, what I've learned, whether about our partner, ourselves, what advice we would give, all of that type of stuff. So that's gonna be on the next episode. Thank y'all so much for watching. I want to thank my guest Tank for pulling up on
Thank you for having me.
the
I appreciate
25th hour. You understand? I called this man an hour before I asked him to be here. And he's here.
I had him. That's my boy.
With kids. And I appreciate you, bro.
Anytime, man.
Straight up. We'll see y'all next week on another episode of More to the Story. Peace.